Hello, geeks and gamers. Matt Lemke here with your gamer goggles, and today we have another flip through for you. This one is People of the Stars from Pathfinder. This is one of their player companion books, and it's a little bit different than most. You open it up, and right off the bat, you get Pathfinder doesn't waste any of their space. One of the things I like about Paizo is that they use their covers and things very well. You have the Northern Hemisphere star system, which is pretty cool. It leads into some of the things later in the book. On the next page, you have basically who's going to benefit from this book the most. And this book focuses on characters that are Cavaliers, Druids, Rangers, Sorcerers. And then they have the little thing for every characters. You can play 4 alien races out of this book. They also have Astronomy, more detail on Astronomy, I should say. It's been in the past. They have the Distant Worlds, and they have Magic of the Cosmos. One of the things that is cool and unique about this book is that on every other page they have an insert, well, almost every other page, they have an insert like this where they talk about a planet or something in the solar system. In this particular case it's the sun, but the other thing they do in this book is they talk about how to use it. For example, let's zoom in right here. Breathable means similar to Galarian's own orbit. 3 years means it takes a planet 3 years of Galarian years to travel around the sun. And then, for example, if a planet's gravity is x 1/3, the gravity there feels 1/3 as strong as what it would on Galarian is used to. So at the end of each sidebar, and we'll just jump over here real quick to put it in mass. You have diameter. It's 100 times the diameter of what Galarian would be mass. The gravity is 28 times heavier. So, wow, right? You know, if somebody actually could manage to live on the sun, they'd probably be pretty short. But the other things they do is, like, they give magic traits and they introduce sun-blasted magic. And they talk about other sources, of course, but one of the things that they do is this book is kind of geared for actual space travel, but they talk about what it would be like for the races to live in Galaria. The very first race that they introduce is androids, and the thing that's important or unique, in my opinion, to them is nanite surge, which basically an android can cause his nanites to surge, granting him a bonus equal to 3+ android's character level on any 1d20 roll. Now, I say it's unique to him. His circuits and tattoos glow, you know, which is cool, great story effect. But one of the things they have is they have an extra surge feat, so they really play it up a little bit. And then you have one of the planets on this side, and we'll zoom in real quick on this. There's regional traits. So if you make a creature that comes from the Babylonian planet, it gets the regional trait. You spend at least part of your youth in the horse throat and are assimilated to frigid cold. You gain +4 trait bonus to saves, avoid non-lethal damage of cold environments. So things like that. The next race is the Kasathas, and what's cool about them is they are bow nomads, and, well, as you can see, they can dual wield bows, which is probably kind of cool. I want to really play this because it sounds interesting. They have some special equipment. They have a spinal sword that's better at poisoning things. So maybe a ranger rogue for this character would be really cool. And then they have the Lashunta, which they're kind of cavaliers. They're outriders, and they do druidic. Yeah, they do druidic. They seem to be lean towards slayers. The Triaxians are your druidic type, and well, you know, I'm not much of a druidic player, so I can't tell you much about what goes on. There are some other cool things in this book. There are other people of the stars, and basically it tells you where to find them. And for example, we're going to go with the Yasaki, or the Soki. I'm not sure how it's announced or enunciated. And, well, basically it tells you that you can use the rat folk rules to basically do it because they're similar enough. But you know, that's the concept behind these races. They basically tell you where you can find them in other rule sets. And then in the middle of the book, you have a 2-page fold-out of their solar system with the moons and everything in the asteroid belt, which this is the diaspora, and it tells you what pages to find them on. Interstellar adventuring, and this is basically the chapter on space travel, how space travel is dealt with within the Pathfinder universe, and it does things like introduces you to interstellar equipment that isn't necessarily magical but may seem magical to most ordinary fantasy people. For example, compressed air, or basically it's a scuba tank. There are some new spells in here as well. They talk about distant stars, celestial bodies like black holes and wormholes, and how they might work. They leave it really open-ended. Then they talk about the dark tapestry, which is basically the great void of space. To put it into terms that we would probably understand, the great void is probably that area of space in between galaxies. And this is a good read. But that's what I envision off of my interpretation. That might not be what they implied. And then they have the star-touched regions of Numeria, interplanetary migrants. They talk a little bit about the history of elves and where they may have come from, or how they may have got where they are in outer space, which is a very cool read. It's neat to think of the elves as maybe the first alien race in Galaria. And then they have astronomy, which I like astronomy. I like stars. This is a good stepping stone for many characters who have a desire to use the stars in their campaign or in refining their character. Celestial guidance and astrological timing are two pretty cool feats. And then they have interstellar spells. Gravity sphere, really cool. Sphere of invisibility has been around for ages. It's the same basic concept, and basically what you do is you decide whether or not it's going to be a sphere of heavy gravity or light gravity, and you affect those that are in it. So it could be a lot of fun. It could be a lot of fun making people come out of it, even. And then there's some magic items. The one that I like is the Wayfinder of the Stars, which the primary bonus to the Wayfinder of the Stars is to find portals that are on Galaria that allow you to travel through space. Very cool. And then on the back you have the Southern Hemisphere. So about the book. Is the book worth what it is saying of $12.99? It is. It has something for many players. It's a little bit specialized for a lot of things. But if you want to play the race that's in here, I definitely think that you could get your $13 out of it. Or if you want to play one of the races, the spells and the equipment certainly can be applied to just about anything. And a resourceful GM could use this not as a player companion, but as a GM's tool very effectively. Thanks for watching. It's been a flip through with Matt Lemke from Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. Every Thursday is role-playing day, so please stop back next week, check us out. If you liked the video, you think it's worth sharing, please share it. We're still growing. I would like to have 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. If I do, I'm going to do something really cool. I don't know what cool means yet. If you want to tell me what cool is, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.